How you doing, gang? Today we're going to do another one of those video movie reviews where I talk to you about the movie instead of type it out for the blog. But it's also not going to be a movie. It's a web series called Effed, which I think we can all guess what they're actually trying to make it stand for. They use a kind of scientific table-looking thing. It's about people living after the apocalypse. I'm going to be perfectly honest. The reason I chose to watch this in the first place was because something was going to be on TV shortly in less than an hour, probably less than half an hour, and the episodes of this were 5 minutes long. So I was able to watch it without interfering with what I was going to watch afterwards, which, you know, is a little unfair to the show makers, but it turns out okay. I kind of really liked it. I kind of really liked it. I kind of liked it. The very first episode, I was thinking, this is a little cheesy, and it went too far. It was too silly. It is not for kids. First episode establishes that right at the end there. Actually, pretty sooner than that. The first episode, they kind of set the characters up as less likable than I would have liked them to, but they do it in such a way that if you suspend your disbelief and you look at it kind of as a little, post-apocalypse fantasy, you might be able to see yourself in the same situation, maybe doing the same thing. So basically, I don't know if they actually get into what caused the apocalypse, and I'm not sure I would have known in the first episode exactly what was going on if I didn't read the description, setting it up. But eventually, they get around to the fact that the world is basically ended. Let me talk about what's brilliant about this series from an independent filmmaker standpoint. It's 3 main characters, and they spend a lot of their time in an RV. I mean, if you've got access to an RV and you have 2 friends who want to act with you and you've got a camera, this is it. You've got a show. This is brilliant. So then what it comes down to is the writing, right? The production values are fairly good, but how good do they need to be when you're in the desert or an RV or a closet most of the time? I've only seen the first 3 episodes, by the way. So it comes down to the writing, and it's a comedy. It's not serious. It's basically, so far there haven't been any zombies or monsters or radioactive creatures or anything, but I suspect that there are supposed to be. I don't know. But so basically, take the Walking Dead world, remove the walkers, and just have that kind of, looking for sustenance and trying to avoid other people who are battling you for the few resources left in the world, and make it a sitcom. And there you go. It's like Three's Company in an RV after the end of the world. And it's a brilliant concept. And it's handled well. The acting is fairly solid. And again, in 5-minute doses, it's like your favorite skit on a weekly show like SNL or SCTV or something like that. So it might not have even been on every week, but you'd have been like, oh great, it's one of these, Or if your friends are walking past you in the room, like when we used to watch those shows in the common room in the dorm, and somebody would walk by, you'd be like, oh, you need to see this sketch. And the next day you talk about that. Did you see the sketch, the F sketch? But then as a series, it's going to evolve hopefully a little bit. The days jump around. They tell you what day they're on, but they jump around a little bit. So I'm not sure how that's going to play. We'll find out. And I don't know how many episodes it is right now because I haven't checked. But so there you go. And I think I am going to try and tackle more independent web series. So if you've produced one and you want me to take a look at it and you want me to talk about it, go ahead and send it to me. It'll either be a video review or a typed review. I'm not sure yet. Kind of depends on time and sound and everything else. So let me know if you've got one. Send it to me, especially if it's streaming on Amazon Prime or if it's streaming on YouTube. If it's streaming on Vimeo, if it's on anything that I've got to pay for it, I'm probably not going to take a look at it. If I can see it, if other people have to pay for the platform but you're willing to send something to me for review, that's fine. I'll do that, especially if you're willing to send me some clips I can use here. But basically, we want to get your stuff out there in front of people. We're not going to promote it and say, yay, it's great if we think it's really terrible. Most likely, if we think it's really terrible, we just won't produce a video about it or write a blog on it. So there you go. If you send me something and you never hear back, it means I probably couldn't find anything nice to say. But yeah, so there you go. It's Effed. Look for it on Amazon Prime or in other places where you might find streaming stuff like that. And the reason I'm thinking of doing more of these web series is because as my time gets tighter when we get into my busier season for other stuff after the winter, this will be a lot less of a chore to fit into a day than watching a 90-minute to 2-hour movie that, you know, I kind of try and watch when it's not inconveniencing other people who may not want to watch that same low-budget, independent, made for $80 movie. All right, guys. We'll see you soon.